On Wednesday night and Thursday of this week, I attended the Department of International Development's conference on the Millennium Development Goals, and it was in London, but I'm not here to plug that. I'm not even going to put a link in the sidebar to the videos. This is going to be a very serious video about a very serious topic. This conference was in London, and I got the train down on the Wednesday night. And on the Wednesday night I met up with another youth reporter, and we went and had dinner. And as I was walking down one of the streets, it was quite close to, it was in Russel Square. I was walking down one of the streets and there was just food places all along this street. And there was a homeless man begging for money. And I don't know how many of you will watch this video, or how many of you who do watch it have experienced anything like this. But he asked for change. He said, "Can you spare some change?" And for some reason, I think there's a number of reasons. I think one of them was that I felt pressured by society to ignore this man and to keep on talking. Me and this other youth reporter were having a conversation, and I didn't even flinch. I just took the decision to ignore him and keep on talking. It wasn't until the next day, when I was getting on the train to go back to York, that it hit me, and I became very ashamed of myself very quickly. And I was attending this conference, and it was on poverty. It was the Millennium Development Goals, and it dealt with a lot of things, but the main gist of it was poverty. I was very pleased with myself that I got a chance to attend this conference on poverty, and felt like I was making a difference in representing the young people. And yet, the night before, I walked past a homeless man who just wanted some change, and he maybe just wanted money to find somewhere to stay. And as far as I'm concerned, being homeless is not a choice. People don't choose to be on the streets. I've heard that it's one of the most demoralising, degrading and self-destroying things that you could ever do, and I don't think anyone would choose to do that. And yet, for some reason, one of the thoughts that went in the back of my head was that if I give this person money, I don't know what they're going to spend it on. And the thing is, that's the chance that you take when you put money in a charity box. And it doesn't matter what charity it is, you don't know where that money's going to. A lot of that money could go to admin, to the bureaucratic structure of the organisation and to the people who work there, and maybe a minority of that money will go to the actual people themselves. And yet this man was asking me for help, and he just wanted some change, and I decided to say no to him and say, "No, you don't deserve my money." Obviously I didn't say that out loud, but by ignoring this man, I was ignoring his cries for help. And even though I'm a student, and it's all this whole kind of persona of students are poor and, you know, they can't afford to do anything, I am very well off. I am a student, I have my loans and things. I've never wanted for anything. I have a room to stay in. I'm getting an education. I have brilliant prospects. And why did I think I had the right to tell him that he shouldn't have my money? And obviously it's a choice. This is just a personal experience for me. I'm not saying that everyone should think this way about homeless people. I just felt like a big hypocrite for attending this conference on poverty, and I walked past poverty in the street and didn't help the person who was in poverty. I just felt it was just so hypocritical. When I was at this conference, poverty was at a distance. But suddenly, when poverty is in your face like that, I think a lot of us decide to ignore it. Maybe because we don't know how to deal with it, because we believe that the person isn't really in that much need, that they're lazy, that they are just conning people, they're going to go and buy drink or drugs. And I don't think that society has a right to judge people in that way. I think if I had like on a night out, I would spend, say I could spend a tenner very easily on a night out, getting into the club or bar and then spending it on alcohol or whatever, and the taxi on the way there and the way back very, very easily, just to go and have my own pleasure, my own enjoyment. And this guy, I could have given this guy a tenner and it would have bought him a meal, a warm meal at that, and that's something that he needed. And everyone has a right to food, to water, to a home, and I felt like I was denying this man his rights, or that more, that I was contributing to the denial of his rights. And I felt very ashamed of myself and very hypocritical. Should you give money to homeless people? Well, that's your decision. Should I have given money to this homeless man? Yes, I should have. Should I have ignored him? No, I shouldn't have. I don't have the right to say who should have and who should have not, and that's what I did that night. And I've learned my lesson, and I won't be doing that again. I won't make the same mistake again.